What's perhaps most amazing about our penultimate shark is, despite the fact that it's the world's biggest fish, it's hardly ever seen. We're talking about an animal the size of a truck, but which feeds on the tiniest critters in the sea. The whale shark, of course, is totally harmless, but an encounter with these gentle giants remains one of the most cherished ambitions of divers all over the world.
The whale shark is the largest fish in the ocean. It's massive. Unless you really knew it was a shark, you'd almost certainly think it was a whale.
It is amazing. There's no shark like it. It's just beautiful. I'd say swimming with a whale shark is one of the most beautiful experiences you can have in the ocean.
I remember the first time I saw a whale shark. And I looked up, it was in the Seychelles, and I looked up and I saw what I thought was a cloud. I thought it was a shoal of fish underwater. And gradually as it came nearer, I realised that cloud was in fact a shark. And it just cruised by, and as it cruised by, its shadow went over as it went between us and the sun. And just went in its shadow and then it went on again. Amazing shark.
They are beautiful animals to watch, graceful, and the colours are just amazing.
This fish grows to 60 feet plus and is in our oceans, but it's very difficult to find. Diving 5 days a week, I average only 2 a year.
We know that it's found in certainly various sites around the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, but we really don't know very much. And it's just incredible that something so large, this shark grows up to around 15 meters in size. We know so little about it.
We get them up our east coast in the warm water and they come there to feed. They're quite difficult to spot sometimes, so we use microlights or spotter planes, put the boat on position, then we jump in front of them and they cruise past while the camera's rolling. They usually swim quite fast, it's difficult to keep up with them.
The Indian Ocean is also particularly a good spot to see them, particularly around the Maldives and the Seychelles, where finning of the animal has been banned.
There's a tagging project for whale sharks in the Seychelles, and they're finding out again some amazing facts about those sharks. They are sharks that migrate thousands and thousands of miles, roaming the whole of the Indian Ocean as they follow the plankton streams.
If you find one that's not bothered by your presence and you're snorkeling along next to it, they can just tolerate you for hours. I've spent several hours with individuals just swimming next to it, and I'll look at it and it'll look up at me, and I don't know that it has any thought going on in its brain whatsoever, but I know I'm just enjoying the experience tremendously.
The whale shark is incredibly elegant underwater. It has these ridges along its back and a sort of speckled appearance.
Lines and spots and shape. You want to talk about a broad mouth, I mean, that thing is just amazing. It's almost square. And the fact that something so large feeds on so little, you can't imagine that there's actually that much plankton in the ocean. To feed something so large and how much it must need to eat, it's mind-boggling.
It's quite amazing that something so large can feed on something so small as plankton. And it seems to move around almost ignorant to the fact that there are divers trying to spend time with it when you finally find one.
Nature just never ceases to amaze you, not when you see something like that.
It's getting seen less and less, which is a tragedy.
One of the problems is the numbers seem to be decreasing, and we know in some areas where they're not protected like they are in South Africa, that they are being killed because their flesh is very highly prized.
Absolutely gorgeous creature, totally harmless to man, and it's the biggest fish on the planet, and we really, really ought to be doing something to protect it.
The whale shark, without question, is headed for extinction. If we don't change the direction of our fisheries on a worldwide level, we will lose one of the most beautiful creatures put on the planet.
Before our number one, a real shark treat. The footage you're about to see represents the ruthless nature of survival in the oceans at its wildest and most stunning. Sharks galore in both South Africa and the Pacific, enjoying a frenzied free-for-all.
Seeing a bait ball and certainly the activity around the bait ball underwater is just unbelievable. It's just a huge mash of writhing bait, writhing fish with sharks darting in and out of it.
Seeing the sharks and other animals feeding on bait balls has to be one of the top images of the oceans.
You've got sharks, whales, birds.
Followed very closely by dolphins.
Seals, all kinds of things, just arriving all to feed on these fish.
Here are pictures of sharks in a very aggressive mood, feeding in a frenzy that everybody hears about, feeding frenzies, and here they are feeding in a frenzy but targeting sardines.
It's a slaughter on a grand scale.
Probably the most sharky experience one can have is the sardine run in Natal. We've compared it to the Serengeti of the plains of Africa, where the wildebeest in their thousands are on the migration.
Bait balls really are nature at its cutting edge in that everything has its place, everything has its niche, and the birds, the dolphins, sometimes whales and sharks, tuna, marlin, everything is targeting this bait ball simultaneously.
The fish are in a tight ball, rotating and spinning, trying to avoid being eaten, and the sharks are just pure in a frenzy. They're darting in all over the place, they're coming in, they're literally biting first and asking questions later.
Copper sharks go bashing through. You just see a big bait ball and the shark just goes bashing through the bait ball and behind them just closes again, like if the shark wasn't there. It's one of the most exciting experiences you can have, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of copper sharks that are involved in the spectacular event.
Ironically, when the bait ball is reduced to half a dozen fish or so, they then seek the protection of the shark itself, thinking it's the only way they can achieve safety.
When you get into the water with a bait ball, it is the most awesome experience you can imagine.
It's just part of the food chain where the bigger guys eat the smaller guys and the smaller guys eat the tiny guys.